All right, another episode of Conversate After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Everything's great with me. What's going on with you?
It's all good. It's all good. Tell people they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast at gmail.com.
And that's right. Go to our website, www.conversateafterdark.com. Listen to our past episodes. Make sure you tell a friend. Tay, let's start with the icebreaker.
All right. Your sex tape leaks online. What's the first thing you're doing after you find out?
Ugh, at least online. I'm probably going to message my. First of all, I'm going to message the person who leaked it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Then I'm going to prepare my kids that, they're going to see this. I don't really have any, my parents are both deceased. No aunts and uncles that I really, you know, care about their opinion like that. So I'll probably prepare my kids to, hey, there's going to be some nonsense that you'll see. And then after that, I'm calling my attorney so we can put the cease and desist. It depends. Am I putting in work? If I'm putting in work, I'm gonna capitalize on it, right? And I'm gonna
Okay.
be like go follow CVAD the podcast to talk about it. Yeah. So that I'm probably gonna capitalize on it, but I am gonna let my kids know that yo, listen, there's something out there that y'all gonna be embarrassed about, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is panic. Because I don't know. I really don't know what to do after that. But yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is panic.
We're gonna
Then
capitalize on that girl. That especially we gonna Kim Kardashian that. We're gonna
that
be
is not how I want to capitalize. That was good for Kim K, but that is not how I want to capitalize in this world. I mean, and then I gotta see if it was an accident from me or if it was some revenge porn type of stuff. And if it was revenge type of stuff, then we're gonna have to see what we can do about that.
somebody had this was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was a joke meme that was going around, and it was like you accidentally posted your nude on your story. And like they was sending it to somebody, and people was like, "Oh shit, hurry up and look at it." He was like, "Oh man." I sent it to several people, and they was like, "Oh my God, you just gave me a heart attack." And then I was like, "What you doing with nudes in your phone, motherfucker?"
No, but I know a couple people whose stuff has gotten out online. One, it wasn't a revenge thing. Well, it was a spiteful thing. I don't know if it was a revenge thing.
That's
Actually, I know
revenge.
a few people now that I think about it.
That's revenge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One, well, yeah, I guess it was spiteful. One of my friends had taken some boudoir pictures, but there was a like she had a guy with her in the picture, and the photographer leaked them online.
Yeah.
I had another friend who I
Why
don't
did he
know.
leak them though? They didn't pay him or?
I don't remember. All of this stuff was years ago. I
Hmm.
had another friend who um another girl was jealous of her. So like Facebook back in the day used to be for the wild and crazy people. So people were posting their videos and pictures all the time. So this woman, she was
Tay,
jealous.
I think that was just the groups you were in, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, you could do them on regular Facebook without getting in trouble. I know people.
Okay.
I keep telling you, I have friends all along the spectrum. Friends who are like nuns
Okay.
and friends who are deep,
Okay.
deep down in the stuff. But I had a friend who she had somebody who was jealous of her and took her videos out of the group that we were in and posted them on a few sites.
That's foul.
That's happened, yes. Then there were some sites where you could post your own pictures and videos and stuff. And I know somebody else, I won't say no relation, because I won't say how I know this person, but they posted their stuff online. And as soon as they posted it, like the sites picked it up and it was everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to assume that if you put anything, as soon as you hit send, you no longer have control over it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's always going to be the risk that it's going to be, put out to the public. You got to assume. I mean, you would hope that the person that you are sharing that stuff with isn't going to dirtbag you and do you like that, but you just don't know.
Yeah. You don't know.
You
But like I
don't
said,
know.
on the last one, that was she did that on her, he or she
Yeah. Okay.
did that on their own, and it just people pick them up.
I think
Yeah,
that's always why.
you're a connoisseur of corn sites, right?
Yes.
So you notice, if you've noticed, a lot of the same videos will be on the different sites, but they may not be posted by the same person. So
Mhm.
that's what happened with their video. It's other people picked it up and started sending them out to other sites.
Was she just nude or was she taking it?
No. Well, I won't describe the video. I will not describe it. But
Okay.
and then this is what's crazy to me. I just happened to stumble upon it before this person just told me about it. And it was like I saw it and I was like, this reminds me, why does this remind me of somebody? I in my head I've said the actual name, but I'm not saying it on here, of course.
Mhm.
And then that person called me and was like, yeah, so a video got distributed.
Damn. You know, I have known people who have done, well, I didn't like really know them, but like there was a back in the day, there was a girl that went to school with us and in college, and she did a porn scene, and Cass was like super immature about it and was like, oh, she did porn and all this old stuff. Not me, but dudes in the little town, the little college town where this happened at. And I had a situation where there was a friend of mine, and I think she gaslit me, but she had tattoos in certain places that I knew.
Mm,
And I happened to be looking, and it was still shots of people having sex. And when I was looking at it, I was like, yo, that looked just like her. So me being innocent as you could be looking at porn and shit, right?
right, right.
Look, me being more so me being naive,
Hmm.
I saved them and sent them to her. And I was like, yo, who does this look like? And she was like, damn, that does look like me. And when I tell you like tattoos were placed like in the exact, and me and her never messed around, but she had tattoos that were visible, right?
Hmm.
And she was like, that looks a lot like me, but that's not me. And
Okay.
now, like going back, she gaslit the shit out of me, right?
Probably.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm gonna let her make it though, because I'm just like that particular tattoo. Somebody in this world is your height,
Hmm.
wears the hair like you wear, tattoos like you have, but that ain't you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. All right. I mean,
There
it
was
just
you remind me, there is a porn star back in the day who I've gotten a couple people send me her picture and be like, "Is this you?" Heck no. But yeah, she looked
you
nothing
remember her
like her.
name?
No, it wasn't somebody who was like really popular at the time, but she was out around the time when like Jada was hot and that era.
Okay.
But she wasn't somebody who was as
But
famous
you
as
know
all.
what though? It's probably like because you light skinned and shit,
Exactly.
probably every little light skinned chick, they was like, oh, this look like you.
Exactly. That's what happened. And and really it was only one video and I wear my hair curly. So she had her hair curly
Mm.
and and that was the only one she had her hair curly because everything everywhere else, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's wild out here. But speaking of like Kim K, did you see Ray J was talking about he slept with 12,500 people?
Yeah.
First of
I
all,
saw the
first of
headline.
all, when they both two idiots, but when Cam was asking him, did he like dudes, and he was really evasive about it. And
Hmm.
like, there's nothing wrong if you're a man that likes men. I mean, we talked about that on the last show, right? Like,
Right.
I don't really care, but like, if you ask me, Marv, are you attracted to men? Have you ever slept with a man? It's going to be no,
Right.
no, I'm not. But he was real, and I don't know if he was just attention seeking and he was playing it up for, social media engagement because he's been on a kick lately, even more so than he has been normally. Talking about hey, he only had I think he said like a couple months to live and
Hmm.
performing, and he had blood coming from his eyes and all this old shit. And do you really think it's possible for somebody to sleep with like 10,000 plus people?
Well, isn't that what one of the things that Wilt Chamberlain is known for?
I don't believe Will.
Okay. I I don't think it's possible. Let me compare the two.
If you're
I
just a
feel
regular person like me, I don't think it's possible. Just
right,
because if you do the math, there's only 365 days a week. So you sleeping with like multiple people per day.
right. Wilt Chamberlain at the time when that news came out, he was a lot older. So when I did the math, I was like, I don't believe it, but I could see it. Ray
Mm,
J is still young. He's younger than us.
okay.
So I don't know. I could see how he could have a lot because he is Ray J, but that many,
And
I don't
and
know.
then like why would you brag about that? Because
Right.
like even for regular people like us, if you get into like I know dudes that are in the hundreds,
Hmm.
right? If you in the hundreds, the probability of you catching something is high.
Yeah.
So imagine you been with 10,000 people, you bragging about that, but it's like, okay, so you ain't never catch nothing. You never
Right.
caught nothing. You slept with 10,000 people.
Right. And if it's that many, I'm sure you weren't using protection every single time.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no. You know, and sometimes people just be saying shit, just especially Ray J,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but you notice though, I think people our age and our mindset clown him about that. But then you have like Lori Harvey and Megan Thee Stallion, and they've been with a few dudes, and then they hoes.
Right.
But
Exactly.
Ray J been with 12,500 people. First of all, how you count that much?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't been with nowhere near that many. And sometimes I got to be like, yeah, okay, let me add her to, you know what I mean? Like when you damn near 50, sometimes you forget certain people. I just think
Hmm.
that was bullshit. I just think that's bullshit that women do.
Well,
Like,
forget or fake that they forget.
both.
Depends on the woman.
First of all, I'm not asking
And
anymore.
depends on who she's talking to. Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm not asking anymore, but I remember talking to one woman and she was like, wait, dudes I slept with in high school, they don't count. Yes, they fuck they do. What are you talking about? It's that girl math. It get kind of fishy, you know what I'm saying? But
Right, right.
yeah, but I noticed like no, I think people call Ray J a clown, but they don't never call him a hoe. But they definitely call Lori and Meg hoes and like I don't think they've been with I've been if it's just the people that I've seen that they've been associated with online, shit, I've been with more people
Hmm.
than them. So I know, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. People tend to, you know, I do believe we're getting looser in terms of our acceptance of women living their lives, but there is still a large part of the country, the nation, whatever you want to say, the world, that is still judgmental about women and their sexuality and how they choose to express it. And like you said, even if it's just the men that we've seen them with, it's really not that many. It's comparable to what normal women are with from what I see. So I
It
don't know.
ain't, it's not, it's really not. But there are a number of guys, and I hate it because it seems like they are extra loud.
Hmm.
There are a number of guys for some reason that just do not like that girl.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was just like, why? Is it the Tory Lanez thing? Because I don't know, maybe it's just me and he didn't like make music for my age group. was like, his music ain't that damn good to where I'm gonna be hating this girl, you know what I'm saying? Because either he shot her or he shot his or shot her homegirl. But the evidence showed that he actually shot her and he was apologizing for it. So why y'all dislike this girl so much? I don't get it.
Right. I don't get it either. And it's like they want her to let him out of jail when that's not how the justice system works.
Right.
She could
Right.
civilly sue him, but she can't bring him up on criminal charges. That's up for the prosecutors to do.
Yeah,
And
because yeah, she even tried to help him out at the beginning. It was like, I stepped on
right,
glass, you know, like
right.
whatever. And
And
now,
even that when backfired on her because she lied in the beginning, now
uh,
people saying, "Oh, you just lying now."
mhm,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. But now she got to deal with this breakup with Klay Thompson.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: if you a guy that's reveling in her getting cheated on or whatever, that like Arika from Man Listen told me to stop saying this. But if I could still say it, I would say unalive yourself, motherfucker, because like
Yeah,
you
you
are a
can.
lame. You a
Yeah.
lame
Yeah, I get it.
because I said it. Clay fumbled that girl, and it's
Hmm.
a lot of dudes talking about, well, why you think why he have to fumble her? He a 4-time NBA champ. Listen, let me tell you something, man. If you are take away the fact that she's a Grammy award winning, top of the game artist who is well, she stopped doing the Moulin Rouge play. She was commercial success, doing tours. She's on the top of her game.
Hmm.
And she's beautiful. Too young for me, but she's beautiful. Right?
Hmm.
You fun with that. I don't care which way it goes. Now, I don't know how she is behind the scenes or whatever. Maybe she ain't the person that you want to be with because what the temptations say, beauty only goes skin deep. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
True.
But if you cheating and you get caught, you fucking fumble.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of cheating is to not get caught.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be monogamous, either tell her up front or don't get sloppy and get caught. And if you get caught, you fumbled, motherfucker, and you messed up.
Yeah. Then you have a group of guys who are saying, why do we automatically believe her? But I don't think she would just put that out there for no reason.
I mean, I would say knowing, and I'm gonna this is gonna lead into something else I want to talk about. Knowing that that girl doesn't have any family for real, and that your family was taking her in, y'all spending the holidays together, y'all was doing all that stuff, right? I
Hmm.
don't think that she would jeopardize that or just throw that away just to cover for herself. I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't either. Plus, when one story breaks, everything from people's past come back to light. People start bringing up stuff. So
Mhm.
from what I understand is he had a girlfriend in the past who found a notebook, a journal or something where he had was like a cheating journal.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's so I think is this person is a known cheater. So
But
again,
did you think I didn't really look at it too tough? Did you think that was actually true?
I don't know. I will say that. I'm skeptical because somebody just, we
Because
don't know this
yeah.
girl.
Because you remember when they was like, oh, she asked him for $700,000 a month. And that's why, okay, well, if she asked you for $700,000 a month, you tell her like, no, kick rocks.
Right. And
Don't
I
go
don't
cheat.
think she would do that anyway.
And it don't make sense anyway that she would even do that. I don't believe that. So
Right.
that's why when I saw the whole cheating notebook and all that, I was like, I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah. But I don't yeah. I'm skeptical about that. But I don't know. It's just me how I feel about celebrities.
Mhm.
I feel like the majority of them cheat, men and women, because they have access. You can cheat based on your options and your access to people. I just feel like famous people, well-known people have a lot of access. I mean, Martin Luther King had a lot of access.
No, 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 no. We ain't doing it. No,
Let's
no,
see.
no, 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 no,
Oh gosh.
no, 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 no. And it ain't
Nobody's
be,
above
and it's not
nobody's above
because
being talked about
hold
when it's
on.
true.
one second. And it's not because of why you think, even though that is a good reason. I just don't believe white folks, and I don't believe the police. So I don't, I don't believe that shit. I don't. So I ain't gonna perpetuate it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, well, let's go to Jesse, who was who has been known. I mean, who has been proven. So, I
Was
mean,
Jesse proven to be a cheater?
yes, yes, yes.
Listen, let me tell you something.
My point is, no
Hold
matter
on.
how great a person is, no matter how bad a person is, I feel like fame and money gives people a lot of options, and people who may not have been a cheater before, the fame and the money tends to give them a little leeway into that life.
I'm gonna say this. You know how I get down, so you know how I get down, so there's no possible way for me to be a cheater anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day when I was a cheater, unless you walked in and I'm touching her and you touch me at the same time, in the great words of the Negro spiritualist Shaggy, wasn't me. Wasn't me.
I hate that song. Anyway, my point is, it doesn't matter whether you admit it or not. The
Wasn't
point
me.
is, Klay had options and access to people who are willing to do whatever he wants.
But regardless, you're right. But regardless, like dog, like I don't know how he got caught cheating, or why she said like, oh, now you don't want to be monogamous or whatever. You don't want to be monogamous, say it up front.
Right.
There's plenty of women out here who will say, oh, okay, well, what's the parameters?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do my thing too? Are you going to just flaunt it in front of my face? There's women who will be like, okay, all right, well, let's talk about it. Right?
Right.
You don't have to lie. And especially if you Klay Thompson. I'm not in his pocket. I don't know how much money he makes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming that there's going to be some women that are going to be like, hey, listen, I get to be on your arm and I get to get the accoutrements that come with being your girl. I just got to turn a blind eye. If do whatever, hey, just don't embarrass me. And we
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
There's plenty of women that do that shit.
Yes.
So you
There are a
don't
lot.
have to be. My thing is, and this is what I teach the young men who I mentor. Number one, I always say, don't be like me. I want you to be a better man than me. I was a super cheater, and that's dishonorable. It's a dishonorable way of living.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna do it, I'm not encouraging you to do it. But if you're gonna do it, don't embarrass your girl. Don't bring nothing home. Don't bring no kids home. Don't do no silly shit like that.
Right.
You know,
I agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then don't that and supposedly if he said, well, she asked for this, that's an old school game guys run. Only reason why I cheated is because you don't do this.
Right. Now I don't believe that 700,000 thing because the guy didn't cite any sources.
Yeah,
But Meg's post came from her. So I you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and then I not that I was dissecting it because I actually didn't pay much attention to it.
Mhm.
But she said cheating, and then she said now you don't want to be monogamous. So was there a conversation, and was she just hurt by the conversation and accused him of cheating? Like we really don't know
Now you don't know. You don't
what
know them people.
happened.
We don't know them people.
Right,
You don't
right,
know they celebrities. You don't know them people.
yeah,
And it's just whatever. But I that whole well I cheated because you did this. Like
hmm,
I don't have a problem with giving feedback to my partner. I mean, sometimes it's not easy, you know what
hmm,
I'm saying? But say, hey, listen, or even better, I don't have a problem telling them what I want.
right.
That's something that I think some people have a hard time doing. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I am the type of person, I don't like to intentionally hurt people's feelings. So if I had know I have something to say and it could potentially hurt your feelings, it might take me a while to say it. I'll eventually get around to it, but it'll take me a while to say it, and I may not, it may not come out how I want to say it because I'm trying to like hold back everything I need to say. Does that make sense?
I get it. Does that
Yeah,
apply to the bedroom okay, let's take it to because the CVAD,
right.
the bedroom. Do you have a problem with saying what you want in the bedroom?
If it's if it has to do with something I want or a way that I like something, it's easier for me to say it if I put it on me. But if I have to say something that is something a guy is doing and I just don't like it, it it's harder for me to do that because let me say, it's easier for me to be honest in the bedroom than outside of the bedroom. I'll say that first. But
That's the best place to do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But even in the bedroom, like I said, if it's something that I need changed because it's something I like, it's easier for me to be honest when it comes to something I want or something that I like. But if it has something to do with, I don't want to say a downfall but something that the other person is doing that or not doing that maybe they can't change, or maybe I feel like it might hurt their feelings if I bring it up, that is harder for me to do that.
All right, so we asked the audience, do you think most couples talk openly about what they want in the bedroom, or is it still uncomfortable? So I'm gonna read some of the comments. Tiffany said no, folks expect their partner to be mind readers and or they believe one move fits all. They are reactive instead of proactive in communication. I know too many women not getting their sexual needs met, but afraid to say anything in fear of hurting their partner's feelings. And my male friends will cheat instead of showing or talking to their partner that's just laying there, ain't it? That just laying there, ain't it?
Yeah, I know
I hate,
that.
but see,
uh,
okay. All right, go ahead. I ain't gonna.
I
Thanks for your comment, Tiffany. I'll leave it at that.
I was going to say back in the day when the common phrase was Madonna whore, that
Hmm.
phrase people
Yeah,
used to say where they wanted.
Madonna whore complex. Yeah.
Yes. Whereas like they want their woman to be this virginal Madonna type of figure,
Mhm.
but they went out of the outside for the stuff they really wanted. That type of stuff happened. And we have to address that. And a lot of times it was that thinking that brought that upon. I mean, I have a friend who was seeing that guy, but he was dating another chick at the same time. He liked the things that my friend did in the bedroom better, but he was honest and told her, but the other girl is the she's the sweeter girl. She's the kinder girl. She's the marrying kind. But he was cheating on her because he didn't want to ask her to do certain things.
He didn't want to ask her, or she couldn't do it.
No, from again, this I'm hearing this through
Hmm.
different people. From what she was telling me, he didn't want to ask her to do certain things because he thought that was beneath her.
What?
Or he thought she was too much of a good girl to do certain things.
Okay. Shay said, I don't think many people do. Religious indoctrination, hush hush, strict upbringings, fear of judgment, emotional unintelligence, etc., keep people from enjoying each other and living their best freak-filled lives. Sex is such a natural thing. I do not understand how it is seemingly hard to have a combo. Honestly and openly, having this combo could probably save a lot of trouble amongst mature individuals.
Yeah, that religious judgment that hits people a lot, even when people get married. A lot of times they can't let certain thinking go because of I'm gonna say because of religion, because the Bible never says that. I mean, matter of fact, it says the marriage bed is undefiled, meaning when you get married, you should be able to do everything. But a lot of people tend to bring the the things that they learned in their single time from the church into their marriage, and that's not good either.
I think, and you mentioned this in previous shows. I think that's more put on women than men.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I ain't never heard no shit like
but
that.
but going back to what I just said about the conversation my friend had with her guy, sometimes the guys think that their women are supposed to be a certain way because of the church.
Okay, I can see that. Darius said, no, fear of judgment and lack of articulating desires is real. Lisa said, I need to be able to articulate my needs openly and without judgment with my partner and vice versa. If I can't do that, then we don't need to be together. At this big age, I'm not a mind reader or make assumptions regarding needs. A closed mouth won't get fed.
Yeah.
You know, but you mentioned something. Sometimes that person just isn't able to do it.
Hmm.
They're not able to do it. And you asking or talking about, hey, this is something that I like or I want or I desire, and they can't do it. How are they supposed to feel about you saying that though?
That's true. That's true. And how well, how do you handle it if you ask the person to change it up a little, switch it up a little, and they can't? Then what do you do?
You're gonna have to make a decision on whether you want to tolerate, because it's basically you have to tolerate it, right?
Pretty
You're gonna
much.
tolerate what you're getting or learn to love what you're getting, or try to find someone else. It'd be a shame if this person checked a whole bunch of other boxes and made you happy, but
Hmm.
they weren't able to fulfill something that's important to a lot of people. And then you got to make a decision,
Yeah, yeah. I've been in a situation.
either to leave or cheat. Oh, really?
Well,
And we know you don't cheat, so what'd you do?
no, no, no. So, oh Lord, that's a tough conversation. I mean,
We ain't
I
gotta talk
dealt
about
with,
it. We ain't gotta talk about it.
you
It's
know,
cool.
no. I'm not saying it's a tough conversation, but it's a lot that happened in between. I dealt with it with from that person because what they were doing was good. It's just I like variety. And when I asked them to switch it up, they couldn't do the switch up.
Okay.
So I just dealt with what they could do.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So you just learned to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough.
Which 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 if that relationship had gone the way it was supposed to go, I could see me years down the line getting bored with it, but
Okay.
at the time I dealt with it. Now, I will say the next guy I dated had the exact opposite issue of the first guy. But when I talked to him and said, hey, I like variety. Can you come over this way a little bit? He was able to do it. No problem.
All right. So we talked about telling your partner, but what if your partner told you?
Oh, I'm a pleaser. So please tell me if I'm not doing something or if I'm doing something that you would rather me do, please tell me.
Yeah, I think I've had conversations with people, and it wasn't necessarily about what we did or didn't do, but I'm inquisitive about certain things. So I'm gonna ask, like, okay, so what positions do you like? How do you like this or what have you? And there's been some times where they said, "Well, I like it this way," and I know that the way that they like it ain't gonna really. I ain't set up for that yet. I'm in the gym now, but you know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
ain't really set up for that. So I'm like, okay, so I'm either gonna have to like really excel on what I'm good at, or try to make the changes to where I could try to give it to them how they want it. And they have to make a decision. Okay, am I gonna stick around with this guy knowing that he can't, give it to me like I really want it to be given to me?
Mhm.
It did kind of poke at some insecurities, but I think most of the time, any feedback that I have received, normally it happened in the moment. And I think that that's the best time to do that. Like, hey, no, 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 do it like this.
Hmm.
It's hard to get mad unless you just like really fucking crazy. Like if you in the middle of doing some shit with a woman and she's like, do this, or like do this. I like this. Like, I don't see why that would be problematic.
I've heard it be a problem, I
Yeah,
heard
I
it's a
mean,
problem for
listen,
people.
we've seen, unfortunately, what's been going on with some guys and black women, some of these dudes is fucking off. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we asked the audience if your partner told you they were unhappy in the bedroom, would you rather they had said something sooner, or are you glad they finally said it at all? So Shay said both. Tell me and tell me sooner rather than later. Can't work on an issue you're unaware of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And that's why I would rather know than not. Because if you don't tell me, how can I work on it? And if, like I said, I'm a pleaser, I get off on my partner enjoying what I do. So if you're not enjoying what I do, you're you're messing with your own pleasure, but you're messing with mine too.
Yeah.
Let's come on, let's get this together.
Yeah. Remind me about pleasing when we get done with this topic. So
Okay.
TJ said, now let's have a conversation. I want no holds barred in the bedroom or whatever four walls we are in. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then Darius said your sister didn't complain. Whatever, Darius.
Oh Lord, you didn't even have to read that one.
And Danielle said, tell me sooner, but also let's talk about it whenever. I don't believe in letting ish marinate. Most folks are coachable, myself included.
Yeah, most. There are some who aren't, but yeah.
Yeah, like what's up with that?
Yeah. The
Man, that's crazy.
majority of people, well, in this day and age, I believe that majority of people are coachable. But in the past, I have run across dudes who think that I won't say they think they're God's gift, but they think because they were able to make certain women excited or have pleasure in the bedroom that they can do it with everybody. Everybody's body is not the same. So if I'm telling you I like this, don't say, well, this is what works. You don't if that's I'm telling you that don't work for me, it don't work for me. So I'm gonna need you to do what I think it works for me, what I know works for me.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. All right, so here's my, and that's hard for a lot of guys to understand though,
Hmm.
because like you like, well, damn, she like this. And, guys be like, oh, I did a little bit of studying. And, I realized if I touch a G spot while I'm eating it, you know what I'm saying? She going, but like, bro. And, if you read it, it'd be like, okay, about an inch or two inside, there's like a little spongy spot. And then it's like, well, hold on, bro. Not every woman's anatomy is set up the same way. You're gonna have to kind of switch it up. And some women don't like as much pressure. You
Hmm.
pay attention. I think sometimes dudes either they just what did it say? Either they don't know, don't show. I have to assume that you either just too fucking excited to just be there, that you're not paying attention to her, or you only really just care about your nut.
Hmm. Which
And
that's where my mind goes. If a guy's not teachable, coachable, whatever you want to say, my mind usually go, he's not worried about my pleasure. He's worried about doing what he wants to do.
yeah. So this led to my spin-off question.
Hmm.
So I know you said you're a pleaser. I am too. How does it work when two pleasers collide?
For me, it's been a great thing.
But like, okay, like so for me, being a pleaser is more about I used to talk to this goofy ass girl, and I'm gonna call her goofy because I think she blocked me. She ended up being weird. But
Okay.
anyway, she told me that she told me that I wasn't really a pleaser. She told me that I was a residual masturbator. And I was like, what? And she just like, we would argue for like hours. And she said, you're not really worried about pleasing me. You really worried about you want to dominate through pleasing. Like you get off on that. So it really ain't pleasing. You're really pleasing yourself. I'm thinking like that's the same fucking thing. Like, what are you talking about? So what I mean by that, where I'm going with that is if the guy, if he's like, listen, this is the way I like to have control over you and what I can do to you, and that don't leave room for you to do a lot to me, does that work for you?
No. Because first of all, you're controlling. I don't need to be controlled.
But
And I,
it's a pleasurable control though.
I don't care. If we're both not receiving something out of this, what's the point? And again, I'm not an animal. I don't need to be controlled. I have thoughts and opinions and a mind and pleasure zones of my own.
Hey Tay, that was I know you didn't mean to be funny. That was funny. Go ahead, though. My
But
bad.
I'm just saying, like that because that was the first thing that popped into my head when you said two people who want to please each other combined, but it causes problems. That's the first thing I thought of was some one of them is controlling. And that yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I've been in relationships more than one where it's, at least sexually, we wanted to please each other. So it was a give and take thing. It wasn't a I'm always gonna be the one doing this. What's the pleasure in that?
Uh, okay, so sometimes I would say that maybe the person isn't controlling. I understand what you're saying, like they could be controlling, but sometimes they're not comfortable with their part with I'm gonna speak from a guy's perspective. Sometimes they're not comfortable with this, hey, I'm gonna just lay back and allow her to take control. Like she may be able to get on top, but she gets on top. I still gotta kind of, I saw Michael Jackson's video where he was doing that this week. I was like, Mike used to do some crazy shit. I've been watching Mike all week since I saw the movie. But
Hmm.
that video, the way you make me feel.
Yeah.
He was sitting here like he was back. I was just like, damn, Mike, we get it. Nah, you want to smash. All right, Mike, I get it. But sometimes they may not be comfortable enough to allow you to take control.
Then that sounds like a conversation needs to be had. Because if a guy's not comfortable with me, again, why are you with me? Go find somebody you can be comfortable with.
But it's not that though. I mean, if you look at it that way, that's like offensive. Like you're taking offense to it. When it's more so just like I'm not really comfortable with my body, my experience in bed, and I'm comfortable when I'm in control, but I'm not comfortable with you doing certain things to me.
But you just said control, but you're trying to tell me it's not about being controlling.
No, because okay, it's control,
Hmm.
but it's not domineering. I think
That
there's
doesn't mean it's not controlling.
agreed, but I think there's a different slant to being domineering versus like me taking the lead
Hmm.
versus I have to control you. I have to dominate you.
Well, yeah, being dominant in the bedroom and allowing somebody else to do what makes them feel pleasure are two totally different things. I get that. But if this person is telling you what gives me pleasure is to give you pleasure and you're not allowing them to get that, then what are they getting out? I mean, you're giving them
Okay.
pleasure, but what gives them pleasure is really not being fulfilled 100%.
Okay. Let me give you I'll give an example from me. And it's a stupid example, but it's a real life example. Okay. There's a lot of women that like to kiss on a guy's neck, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Because that's generally people's spot. A lot of people's spot. I actually like having people kiss on my neck, but it's also very ticklish. So I'm always kind of like, no, stop, because it's ticklish and shit, right?
Hmm.
So it ain't really, I can't let you do what you want to do because I can't control it because it's ticklish. This,
Hmm.
and I know that's a silly ass example, but there are certain things that a person just not may be comfortable doing, but you like doing it because you get pleasure out of doing it. That's the point I'm
Hmm.
trying to make.
I get that, but is everything you're talking about one thing. Is everything they're doing to try to give you pleasure making you uncomfortable? Because you can talk about one act. Please don't kiss me here because I don't want that. But can they do other things? Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying, controlling, because if you're saying you don't want them to pleasure you at all, that sounds controlling. One act, we can talk about the different acts, but if the person can't pleasure you at all,
I think the only problem I have with you using the word controlling is that when I look at controlling, I look at there's a negative connotation to controlling in my opinion. Like I look at the dude that's like super insecure and has to, basically control everything his woman does. So when you say controlling, and that's like rooted in like insecurity and other things. I'm saying that it's just I'm not comfortable, so I
I
don't
get
want
that.
so I don't want to do that because
So are
there may be times like when a woman's not comfortable, she's just like, hey, hold on, I'm not comfortable like that, and I don't feel like she's being controlling. She's just establishing a boundary.
Again, I say you can talk about different acts and what makes you feel uncomfortable about a certain act. But if you're talking about everything I do to give you pleasure will make you uncomfortable, then what's
Somebody inbox asked Conversate said maybe they just ain't a freak like you.
no, it has nothing to do with being a freak. No, I'm
I'm
not going to
joking.
do
I'm
away
joking.
with
I'm
that
joking.
because
You know
that's
that was a
not.
joke. That was a joke.
I get that
But
it was a joke, but
but
people don't outside people
but
listening aren't going to take it that way. And I'm going to say
they should.
that's
We over 100 fucking episodes. They should know my goddamn sense of humor by now. Shit.
maybe not. You never know what people may watch one episode and not watch every episode. You can't say that.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying is you asked about a person who gets pleasure out of giving pleasure. I'm not talking about somebody who wants to sit there and take it all. If that's the person you're with, that will work.
Hmm.
But you're talking about somebody who gets pleasure out of giving pleasure.
I understand.
If every single thing they do to give pleasure and y'all can't talk about anything, that sounds like a problem to me. And I'm not
I
saying
agree.
that it's an insecurity thing. If you again, we going back to the topic we talked about earlier. If you can't talk about issues, if you can't talk about things, let's maybe you need to be with somebody you can talk to.
Yeah, and I mean, I think ultimately that's what it comes down to. That you got to be able to talk about it and
Mm-hmm.
explain. Like there may be a reason why I'm not comfortable with that,
Mm-hmm.
and if the reason why they are giving isn't suitable to you, then it may not be, a good situation that's for the long term. So
Yeah.
ultimately, it does come down to communication, and then maybe they're not comfortable at this moment, but eventually you can get there.
Okay, yeah.
And
With conversation.
I think that because I've been in situations where they're just like, well, I don't know, right? I'm not sure about that. And as time progressed and the comfort level between us increased, then we could take it there. And I think for a lot of women, and obviously a lot of men too, there definitely has to be a certain level of trust there for you to venture past, your comfort zone, your comfort level in the bedroom.
That definitely, but okay. Eventually, I think we're talking about two different things.
I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, Tay, at all. I'm
I'm
just trying
not
to
saying
offer a
you're
different
saying that.
perspective.
Let me get my
Yeah,
thought out, please.
yeah.
What I'm saying is your original question was two people who want to give pleasure. For to me, that's been a beautiful experience. But you're talking about now acts that make you feel uncomfortable. That to me, those two things aren't mutual. They aren't the same thing. Those are two different
Yeah,
conversations.
it kind of morphed into a different conversation. It
Yeah,
it did.
that's comfort level takes time. I get that. That has nothing to do with two people who like giving pleasure being together. I don't see that as the same thing.
I still feel like though, like if you like a super duper pleaser though,
Hmm.
And like a lot of times, you're like, nah, I don't really like it when
But a
I can't
pleaser,
relax.
if you tell a person, if you tell a pleaser you don't like something, they're not going to do that because they know it doesn't please you. That's what I'm saying. Those being comfortable and being pleasurable are two totally different conversations to me.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm the controlling one. Well, what did
Oh, we
Prince
know
say?
you are.
Hold on.
I've never even been with you like that. I just know you from how you are out in the world. I could tell you probably controlling.
Uh, uh, so normally I'll let you get off on that one because you're right. Because like I don't really take no shit, whatever, right? But like you said, you ain't never been with me in the bedroom. So you don't know.
True.
You don't know. Because like we've said, how people act with their friends is totally different how they act with people they're in a relationship with or they fucking.
That's true. That's true. Because in the bedroom, I like to be completely dominated most times. Most times, not all the time, but most times. But out in the world, I'm not an animal. I don't need you to control me. We good. We good.
You're just defiant,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not defiant. I'm I'm just
girl.
no, I'm not defiant. If what you say makes sense and I've seen your decision making skills and I feel like I can trust you, I give you everything. Like my ex-fiance, again, I always say when we first met,
I'm not
I was
talking about relationships though.
but no, because I said inside the bedroom versus outside the bedroom. That's what you're talking. That's how we got here.
But me and you were outside the bedroom, so I'm talking
Not
about you just define it outside the
Uh,
bedroom.
that's even more of a reason why I'm not gonna let you be in control over me. Yes,
I
I'm
ain't
gonna be
never tried to
defiant.
control you
I'm
though.
gonna be defiant about with people who have no reason to be in control of me.
Okay, but we people gonna get on the inside of a friend conversation. I ain't never
Hmm.
tried to control you.
Okay, so what is this
But
defiant thing
but
coming from
but
there?
but but
So
okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
okay,
Give you an example. Last time we hung out, and it's actually a funny memory to me because we both laughed about it. Um, we were all about to go hang out, and I saw you, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Tay, I was thinking about you," and you was like, well, "You could have called, or
no,
whatever."
and again,
Hold on,
go
Tay.
ahead, go
Let me
ahead, go
finish.
ahead.
Let me finish. And then what did I do? I grabbed you in a bear hug, and I said, "You gonna let me be nice to you?" And we both just laughed and giggled it off. It wasn't no
No,
big deal or
you
nothing like that.
laughed. I thought it was silly because it wasn't that mean. It wasn't about me not being letting you be nice.
You laughed too. I heard you laughing. I heard you
You
laughing.
said you know no, I wasn't laughing. If I was laughing, it was because I thought it was silly. Because you said I was looking for you, and my point was I ain't get no message saying, "Tay, where are you?" This is what I'm thinking. I ain't see no people saying, "Hey, where's Tay?" So you weren't looking for me. You may have thought about where I was, but you weren't looking for me. That's
I
why I
did
was
look for
like,
you. I was like, where that girl at?
and then me saying that is not about me not letting you be nice to me. I thought that comment was silly too, because it's like one has nothing to do with the other.
Well, it is nice because I was being considerate.
Okay. But again, if you were really looking for me, because that morning people were sending messages back and forth with so and so. We're looking for so and so. We're waiting for so and so. I ain't see my name in that in none of those messages.
Well,
So I can't say anybody was looking for me.
you wasn't gonna get left because I
I
was
didn't
thinking
say
about
I was. I didn't say I
because
was. My point is,
because I was thinking about you and I was like, where's Tay at? And then I see you and I'm like, oh, there she go. I tell you, I was looking for you.
but right before I saw you, I saw somebody else who was with us, and they said, "Oh, Marv was looking for you." And that's what first made me say Marv wasn't looking for me because I ain't get no message saying, "Hey, where are you?" So,
So that lets you know that I was thinking about you.
hmm
Right. Right.
again,
Right.
again, you could have sent a
Hold on.
message.
Yes or no?
Again, you could have sent a message.
Yes or no?
You could have sent a message.
Was I thinking about you?
You may have been.
Girl. See? Okay. Defiance. Defiance. You just proved it right there. Okay.
Whatever.
Would you or wouldn't you? You ready?
Hmm.
All right. Would you or wouldn't you date someone who refuses to meet your friends or family after 6 months of being together, but claims they are fully committed to you?
That's probably me. Not that,
Damn.
not that I would refuse to, but I'm never in a rush because there is a part of me who is shy. So I'm never in a rush to meet people's families, people's children. I'm never in a rush for that. So that's typically me. So when it's been the other way around, I've never pushed it. All I can do is ask. All I can I've I've never been turned down when I've asked somebody to come with me to a family function. But if somebody did, because I am that way, it wouldn't have bothered me.
Is there an appropriate time frame or is it case by case?
I think it's case by case.
Okay.
And yeah, it's case by case. And I'm the type I can be dating somebody for a year or so before I even know if I really like them like that. So,
Damn, really?
so yes, it's happened. Yes.
Wait. Before you really like them or in
Be
love with them?
uh Before I like them enough to say this is my this is somebody I want to build a future with. I want to introduce them to my family, that type of stuff.
How long does it take you to fall in love?
That would take a long time.
So you could be with
I fall
somebody.
in like easily, but to fall in love takes a long time for me.
Okay, hold on. So you say you could be with somebody for a year or so and not be sure if you like them or not. That don't sound like you like them.
Like them enough to like continue to
See them.
see if I want to be in a committed like long-term relationship.
Okay. So y'all can hang out, but not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
get,
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
Um, I'm a Pisces, so kind of we kind of toxic in that way. Yeah, I'm introduced you to my mama. It honestly, a lot of my friends. No, I'm not gonna do that. I tell a lot of my business a lot of times. I'm not gonna do that. No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. No, fuck it. I'll say it. I have been known to fall in love super quick.
You've said that before.
And I'm also been known to love to fall out of love even fucking quicker.
You
Right.
said that before.
So I am working on being more balanced
Okay.
and making sure that, okay, let's not be so head over heels and then quick to rush as soon as you see something that you don't like, because that does contribute to the toxic reputation, right? Because you get people all enthralled, and if they, you being avoidant and pushing them away. So in the past, I wouldn't care. Like, yeah, hey, mama, this so and so. Hey Tay, this is so and so, whatever. Um, and I'm still that way because I really don't meeting my people isn't a determination on whether me and you gonna make it or not.
Yeah.
And it's not a measure of whether I like you or not either. It's just, hey, this is somebody I'm hanging with. And most of the times because I value their judgment,
Hmm.
right? They're not gonna have like the end all be all say all because a lot of times if I had listened to my people, it would have saved me a lot of heartache. Right. But meeting my people, now my children, that's something totally different. That's something totally different. Yeah, there is a time frame. I do have to be comfortable with you to make sure you're not crazy, to make sure that, and my kids are adults. And so they're
Hmm.
not gonna really like get attached like that. They just want me to be happy. But even still, I'm not really just gung-ho about introducing them to any and everybody. Just
Right.
because they don't really need to be privy to that part of my life. They just need to know that I'm happy.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's
I've in the past I haven't been as I've always been selective with who I introduce my mother to. But when it comes to my father's people, I don't know for some reason I'm hanging out with somebody. They could be just a friend. Let's go to my dad's space party or bedwest party. Well, like it wouldn't matter to me. But
yeah.
yeah, it's when I introduce somebody to my mother, that's when I really like somebody.
Is that because, and I know this isn't the case, but I'm just putting it out there. Is that because you value your mom's opinion more, Or is it because you know that it's going to be taken more serious by your mom versus your dad's people?
Yeah, it's definitely because my mother is going to take it serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't have anybody in my life that's like that. It may because they just don't take me seriously when it comes to relationships because of my
Yeah.
so they know not to get too invested in anybody until it's like, hey, we getting married.
So my aunt on my dad's side, um, she is that type of person. Like anybody who comes around, she gonna make you feel like family. So I have slowed down with introducing people because I've had guys who felt like things were further along with us than they were because of how my aunt treated them. Because she treated them like family, they thought that they were, a shoe-in.
And what you would say is that, motherfucker, I'm fucking you, not my aunt. So you
Right.
be worried
But
about
what
me.
but what they don't know about my aunt is that that's just her, but she really don't care nothing about you. Because she has this running joke where she say, like, if we take a family picture or a group picture, you guys stand on the end so
Yeah,
that if you're
yeah,
not there anymore, you can
yeah.
just be cut out.
Cut you right out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound like you're a smart woman.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
y'all stay.
She said she started that because of me, but it wasn't because of me because
Okay.
I only have one ex who's in a family photo, and it's because of her. It's not because of me. It's because I wasn't gonna ask him to get in the picture.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
was her.
unless you don't put a ring on it,
Yeah, you don't
hey
get in
dog,
the family
hey
picture.
bro, me and you take our picture, but family, you ain't family until we family.
Yeah, even my ex fiance is not in any family pictures with my father's side. But for some
You
reason, she said she came up with that because of me.
you ain't family until you family.
Right?
That's
Exactly.
and so you shouldn't feel some type of way. And I wouldn't even feel no type of way. I'd be like, y'all want me to take the picture?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because hey, it may or may not work. Shit. But anyway, tell me they can find us stay.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast at gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe, and leave us a comment.
That's right. Go to our website, www.conversateafterdark.com. Check out all the past episodes and make sure you tell a friend about the show. We'll see you next time.
Bye.